Tonight, a man is held by police after 4 members of the same family are found dead at their home. Detectives found the bodies at a house in Newcastle. They made the arrest just hours later. Also tonight, a massive compensation payout for the woman who was raped and drugged by a millionaire. Tracking Britain's paedophiles, radical new proposals to use satellite monitoring. And driving up the cost of using a 4x4, the congestion charge could triple for some motorists. Hello, I'm Kirsty Young. A quiet street in Newcastle is tonight at the centre of a multiple murder investigation. The bodies of 2 adults and 2 children, all members of the same family, were found at a house this morning. An arrest followed soon afterwards. A 33-year-old man, who is related to the 4, is now being held by police. 5's Peter Lane has the latest.
Nothing at the house has been moved since the first police officer arrived this morning and discovered the scene inside. 4 bodies, 2 adults, 2 children, all from the same family. A forensics team is now working slowly through the house. The whole property has been sealed off to preserve any evidence.
Our priorities at this time are to establish exactly how and when the victims died and who was responsible. We cannot confirm how they died. This is a matter for a Home Office pathologist. We cannot confirm whether any weapons were used or have been found.
Neighbours are being questioned about visitors to the house and any recent disturbances they may have seen or heard. The whole community's in shock.
I can hear them in the garden and see them in the garden when I'm upstairs. And as I say, just a happy family.
She was always pleasant, you know, just asking me how you're keeping and things like that. She was a lovely, lovely girl.
Shocked, horrified, awful. Makes us feel sick that it can happen so close.
This morning, police searched this flat a couple of miles away from the house where the bodies were found, and this afternoon they arrested a 33-year-old man in Gateshead, described as a male relative of the family.
So, Peter, has this family been identified?
Yeah, hi Kirsty. Well, police know who they are. We certainly know who they are from speaking to neighbours here, but detectives are asking us to keep those details private until they've managed to reach all of their relatives and contact them on an individual basis. There's been no formal identification of the bodies yet. You can possibly hear a police generator running behind me. The blue and white forensics tent is still here. The priority is to work through every room inside that house, gathering evidence. No timetable yet then for when the post-mortems will go ahead. The man in custody, well, he can be kept for quite a long period before police will get to the point where they'll have to charge him or release him.
Thanks for the update, Peter. Amanda Lawson was the victim of a terrifying ordeal. Kept captive for 3 days, she was repeatedly raped and drugged by a millionaire at his Channel Island home. But her attacker died, and Miss Lawson was denied justice until now. After taking her case to the civil courts, she's been awarded more than £250,000 from the dead man's estate. Layla Hayes reports.
Nearly 8 years on, and Amanda Lawson finally has justice. Emerging from the High Court with her solicitor by her side, she spoke of her relief.
Are you happy with today's judgment?
Absolutely. Justice has been done, thank goodness, after 8 years.
The judge awarded Miss Lawson £259,000 in damages as compensation for the rape ordeal she had suffered.
This award is thought to be one of the highest ever made by a UK court in a civil rape case. The judge concluded that Amanda Lawson was telling the truth and had suffered a terrifying ordeal involving multiple rape and sexual assault.
Her attacker was Christopher Dawes, a computer millionaire who lived on the Channel Island of Alderney. In December 1998, he lured Miss Lawson to the island for what she thought was a job interview. Instead, she was held prisoner, forced to take crack cocaine and repeatedly raped. Police charged Dawes with possessing cocaine, but were still investigating the rape allegations when he was killed in a car crash 3 months later. He would have escaped justice had Amanda Lawson not decided to sue his estate.
It's quite unusual for victims of rape to sue their assailants for damages in a civil claim. She did so because, of course, the estate of Christopher Dawes had enough money to pay.
She wanted to know, everyone to know what this man was like. And I think that's been borne out by the judge, who accepted that what she was saying happened in Alderney was the truth. And that's incredibly important for her. And for any rape victim, they want to be believed.
Amanda Lawson waited 8 years for this, but she says she hopes her actions will give other rape victims the courage to stand up to their attackers, no matter how long it takes. Layla Hayes, 5 News.
Now, drivers of 4x4s already have to pay higher road taxes, but now their motoring bills could rocket even further. London Mayor Ken Livingstone wants them to pay a bigger congestion charge.
I don't think it's unreasonable that the city says to its residents, yes, drive, but drive a car that isn't actually really adding to the problem on this scale. When you've got some of these cars are producing 3 or 4 times the emissions of an ordinary family car, I think we have to say that's got to stop.
Let's get some details. Jason Farrell has them. What is Ken Livingstone planning then, Jason?
Well, basically it's a tax on big cars based on the road tax system. So if you're in road tax band A or B, then you would pay no charge for driving into the congestion zone. That would be dual fuel vehicles or electric cars, and they're currently exempt anyway. If you were in C, D, E or F, then you would pay the £8, and that would apply to